feel. I think we need to sort of wake our audience up a little bit, right?
Yeah, good. Lots of exercises again, like standing to the right and side and saying salam alaikum to people. But actually, what we really want to do is actually say, how many of you are from, I don't know, outside of London today? Who's come from outside London?
Okay. Oh, wow. Where do you guys come from at the top there?
Oxford.
Oxford. Oh, gosh. Anywhere else? Birmingham. Scotland.
Scotland's the winner. Wow, that's a long way to come. You must be really hungry.
What about you? Sorry?
Never mind. Anybody from the north of England? Yay! Excellent. Whereabouts in the north? Well, before I actually say excellent, whereabouts in the north of England are you from?
Sheffield.
Never mind. Oh, I'm sorry. Sheffield is great. If any of you know Sheffield, it's you drive through it on the M1 and don't stop whatever you do. Do not stop in Sheffield.
Anyone from outside of the UK? South Africa. Gosh.
Wow. Whereabouts in South Africa then? Well, two very different places. You must have very long legs. Excellent. That's really good. I can hear it in your accent. So welcome. I don't know how long you've been here, but welcome to Ramadan Tent and welcome to England from my friend from South Africa.
Thank you for joining us. Anyone else from outside of the UK? Malaysia. Oh gosh, that's quite far, isn't it?
Or when you said anybody outside the UK, that the person from Scotland would chip in and say, one day, inshallah, one day.
Maybe. Anywhere else?
No, what about in London? Anybody who's come from, who's made the long journey all the way from West London?
It's quite a few of them. What about South London? Oh, fantastic.
And what about my favourite, North West London? Exactly, I can hear you all, there you are.
East London? East London is always allowed to start hill.
It's only because we can walk here, really, quite frankly. No, it's fantastic. We're trying to warm you all up because it's getting cold, isn't it? That's because we're getting towards the time now when it's going to be soon. It's going to be Adhan, not Azan, who we just heard from, but Adhan.
How about Adhan after Azan? So, whose first time is it here today at Ramadan Tent?
What do you think of it so far? Don't say rubbish. No.
You having a good time? Okay. Who's come for more than 1 year? Who's come for 2 years?
Yeah, who was here 2 years ago when we did it? You know what? That's how good it was 2 years ago. There was nobody here.
Akil, you had one person come to you again.
Oh, you did one person. They came back because they couldn't hear anything 2 years ago. That's why they're back. What are your experience? Those of you who've been before, how do you feel about Ramadan Tent? How do you feel about the kind of connections that it's building between communities, not just Muslims, but Muslims and non-Muslims? It's a great thing, isn't it? Yeah? Come on, round of applause to Ramadan Tent. Come on.
We love having you here. We love having you joining us. The diversity in the room is just fantastic. And we want to grow our RTP community. And for the first timers, shall we tell you guys a little bit about Ramadan 10 Project? Yes? Do you know when we started? That was a loud no.
That person, could you please remember that person won't get any food? Yes, just remember that one, please, volunteers, don't get that person out. They didn't get any food, but I'm only joking. It's 10 years old, isn't it?
12 years, Arkil. We did 10 years.
2 years ago when I last was here, of course, yes.
10 years, 2 years ago. So RTP's now been going for 12 years, since 2013. Does anyone remember the SOAS days? Yeah, excellent. So we have some people who have been joining us for 12 years. So we started out as a tent on a small, humble patch of green outside SOAS. And then we grew and we grew. And now we're here, well, we've done Windsor, and now we're here at this wonderful location of the globe.
It's fantastic, isn't it? Where would you like Ramadan Tent to go? Where's a location that you think, oh, I wish they would go there? Well, they've done Wembley.
Where?
I went to Wembley a few years ago.
Birmingham. We have done Birmingham.
Oh, Buckingham Palace.
Buckingham Palace.
I'm sure the King could arrange that.
Shall we have some letters written to the kings?
Why
You
not?
can write some letters to the king and request that we're there
Well,
next year. We've got Windsor Palace, Windsor Castle there, haven't we?
Castle, why not? Yeah.
Where else would you like us to be?
Number 10.
Number 10?
Old Trafford.
We have some Manchester supporters here, Uncle.
Like I said, volunteers, make a note of the Man United fans. They don't get any food.
Do the Man City fans get food?
No, they don't get any food.
Oh dear.
If you support Bolton Wanderers, you get 2 portions. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, the theatre of prawn sandwiches, as we refer to Old Trafford. What about doing it at somewhere? I don't know, somewhere really. What about Wimbledon?
Well, we've done AFC Wimbledon next week.
That's right. But what about Wimbledon, the tennis?
Wimbledon tennis.
No.
No, we have.
I mean, strawberries are halal, right? And strawberries and cream.
It's getting closer to Iftar time. We could definitely talk about strawberries and cream. We had the Science Museum as well.
Oh.
Oh, there's quite a bit of support for the Science Museum. Oh, what's that young man saying? Young person.
He said he's hungry.
Well, we have 2 minutes left until our done time. So we are going to pause for some reflection, and then afterwards we'll have our done by Hassan Rasool, and which we're really looking forward to. And we will leave you for a short time to reflect, and then we'll join you after Adhan and to give you some directions on where we can pray.
Okay, see you in the chat.
See you shortly. It looks like it's wow. So we are now going to pray, and I'd like you to follow directions from the volunteers. We'll start off with the middle section, so please follow the volunteers. For everyone who's sitting on the lower section, if you just stay where you are, we are going to have 2 jama'ats. Everyone will, inshallah, have time to pray. So please follow the volunteers. They will be directing you just on the upper level, and then when they return, we'll then have everyone at the lower level going to pray.
So if you could please follow the volunteers, as I said, on the upper section first, is that right?
Absolutely, and then we'll lead you section by section. We're just starting at the top there, so if everyone follows that next, volunteers will follow each to the next part. So again, section by section, we'll just see the next section now. Please follow the volunteers.
I'm not certain. Yeah. It's a corner. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I don't give the sun. I don't. The first one is the one that's pure now. And then when we got the election market, we tell you.
So please do take your directions from the volunteers and make sure that you're guided to pray. So for everyone who's still waiting, there will be a second demand, and we will give you directions to pray. So everyone's breaking their fast. I think they're quieter after breaking their fast.
Well, they were good dates. Hang on. What about the coconut water? Yeah, the coconut water is also kind of like, it's an experience, isn't it? Apparently it's very good for you. I'm not a big fan myself, but what it's an amazing thing to actually break your fast, so the electrolytes and all those kind of things. Very, very good for you, I'm told.
And we're really lucky to have Peter Kirker as one of our sponsors this year. So, let's have another round of applause. Sorry, right, show of hands. Who has come to a Ramadan event before? Okay, so those who haven't, we said this earlier. What's our theme for this year?
Connection.
Maybe listening. So, Akil, what does connection mean to you?
Well, it can mean anything, can't it? And it can be basically the thing that binds you together with people. It can be the thing that binds you together with communities, with ideologies, with things like even the connection between people who are football fans. Are there any football fans in the audience today? You want to know the score or you all following the score?
Yes.
Are you watching following the score, should we say?
Yeah, you're all following the scores, particularly 1-0 to Chelsea.
Yeah, we were quite happy with that result, actually.
Well, Man United have beaten Arsenal 1-0. Anyone to think that's an interest to everybody? Now, what does connection mean to you?
So, connection for me is family, friends, community, and I, and having a diverse community. I love learning about different cultures, different backgrounds, different people. You know, even from the way different backgrounds will break their fast. Because for me, it's always been a samosa. So we're always breaking fast with samosas. What about you, Akil?
I break mine fast with a lot of food, but obviously a date followed by fruit chaat. If you're a Pakistani or Asian, you have to have fruit chaat, which anybody else finds disgusting to have spices on your fruit. And then I try not to eat too many samosas these days.
Not too many samosas. In Ramadan, I feel samosas are just, yeah, 0 calories. What other cultures? What else do we break our fast with here?
Who wants to tell us what they break their fast with, which is not a samosa or fruit chart? I'm going to go over here because I can't.
Oh, ruaksa. Ruaksa. That's like a rose sort of water.
Oh, lentil soup. Yeah, lentil soup is lovely.
Lentil soup.
Is that Turkish or, yeah, that's from Turkey, lentil soup?
Anything else?
Someone saying steak pies.
Is that a great steak pie, a real steak pie?
I don't know. What's your favourite steak? Listen, I'm from Wigan. I was born in Wigan, I should say. And people in Wigan are known as pie eaters. That's the nickname because we love pies. Yeah? So when you want to talk about steak pie, you have to also say which particular brand. That's always the best, obviously. Yeah. Well done. Yeah. He can have food, that guy. He's allowed to eat volunteers. What about anybody else?
Anyone else here? This side are really quiet.
Is that the guy from East London?
No, it's definitely not the guys from East London.
What about connection? When we talk about the word connection, who wants to say why do they think that connection is really important?
So what does connection mean to you? We'd love to hear from some of our audience.
Anybody?
Shout out what connection means to you.
Friendship. Friendship.
Friendship?
Friendship.
What else? What about the diversity of kind of like that we talk about the diversity of food. What about the diversity of people all around us as well? Making connections, being able to kind of find out what people believe, what they really believe, what they really think. How important is that to all of us as well?
And also sort of building your community. Uphill, do you know what? We're going to steal your idea from before, and we want you to ask the person on your left what connection means to you. So this time we're going to go to the left, that way.
Yeah, that, those of you who don't know, that left is this hand. Yeah? Talk to the person on your left, ask him what does connection mean?
Let's give you a couple of minutes because we want you to say hi to the person next to you. So talk to the person on your left and ask them what this connection means to you.
Some people are breaking the rules, they're talking to people behind them. Talk wherever you feel like
If
it.
you talk behind you,
Make a connection.
I want these guys to like share a little bit as well.
Some of you over here look like you're not talking to the person on your left, asking about connections. You're not that special. You can all do it as well.
Shall we have you guys share a little bit more? And then we're going to have should we have each of them shout out what it means? We'll give him another few seconds though, Arkil.
Yeah, definitely. Anybody want to share what the connections are from over here? No? Not yet? Ooh.
Shall we give them a little bit longer?
Maybe. Maybe you're not very connected.
So on this side, what does connection mean to you? Yeah, we got someone put a hand up. Familiarity.
We got a Wi-Fi connection over here.
That's the most important one. One of the most important ones. But what else in Ramadan? This Ramadan, what does connection mean to you? Sharing, and we also have shared values. That's really important, particularly during Ramadan.
What about over here? Any kind of connections apart from Wi-Fi? I think they're too busy eating lentil soup.
What about the ones these guys opposite us? These people opposite us. Shall we have you shout something out to the volunteers?
Go on then. Coming together. Is that right? Coming together and eating together. Yes.
Coming together and eating together.
Well, on the thing about coming together, what plans have you got for Eid? Who's got any good plans for Eid for this year? Anybody got any plans they want to share with us? What they're going to be doing on Eid? Is it too early? Can I tell you what I think you should all be doing on Eid?
Okay, so after this stuff, something really exciting to share with you. Don't ask me, don't tell me. Tell our audience.
So how many of you know that this year, for the first time, you might want to hear this one, I'm telling you something, honestly, it's not an exclusive, it's not an exclusive.
I was very excited to find out.
How many of you know that this year, for the first time ever, we will be singing live deep prayers on the BBC? How many of you knew that?
You guys know that?
Did you know that? Well done. That's one person. So I'm making it. My idea. I'm the person making for the BBC. Yeah.
And let's get off with a big cat. He even a wall ringing.
So,
Back to me.
so this year, yeah, I'm trying to take over everywhere, back to the Wembley. But this year, we're going to be doing on Eid, which is hopefully in China. I'm hoping it's going to be around, it's going to be on the 31st of March. But you know, we don't know, but that's a dream. Because if it's not on the 31st of March, I may be bankrupt because I have to have a bunch of people sitting around not working. But this year, on the 31st of March, on BBC One, around about 10:55, 10:50 a.m., we will have live prayers from Bradford Central Mosque, which is a mosque with 1,500 people. Full, as you imagine, like it's on Christmas Day or Easter, when they have a full service, we will be having a full service, a full bars, everything. And then later in the evening, that's the place is getting out of here. Yeah. Later in the evening at 10:40 p.m., there'll be another 45-minute show, which is called Celebrity Eid. I wish it wasn't called Celebrity Eid, because the thing about booking celebrities is they never turn up, and it could be celebrities with a very small seat. But hopefully, inshallah, we'll have some great celebrities, and that show will be all about we're going to be bringing a load of guests together, and we're going to be cooking food, we're going to be sharing the food, we're going to have some celebrity chefs, we're going to have celebrities from the world of comedy and entertainment, we're going to have local dignitaries from Bradford and all those kind of places, and this will all be happening on BBC One. So what I want you to do is, on Eid, I want you to promise me that you will watch these shows, and then you'll tell people about it, and if you like it, tell everybody. If you don't like it, keep it to yourself, nobody cares about your opinions. But please tell the BBC, tell everybody that you want this, because the dream is that every year we'll be coming from a different city every year. But we will only be able to get it off the ground if it's like a Ramadan tent. If people like it, and people tell other people that they like it, and then inshallah we'll be doing it for another city next year. So that's what you're all going to be doing on Eid, right? You know, sure.
Can you give us a sneak preview or who might be joining you or maybe what you might be cooking?
So I can tell you who the presenter is. The presenter is, and this might come as a bit of a surprise to some people if you've heard of a guy called Jason Mohammed. Any of you? He presents Match of the Day. So Jason Mohammed presents Match of the Day, final score and all those things. He's the radio presenter in BBC Wales. So Jason Mohammed is going to be our presenter. I can't even tell you who the celebrities are yet because it's all under wraps, and I'll be shocked by the BBC press office. But I can just tell you this. One of them is one of the biggest producers of music in this country, and has worked with some of the biggest stars.
Does anyone have any idea?
So including that might be?
Can you shout who you might think it might be?
He comes from Watford. I'm not saying it's him, but it could be him. If somebody shouted the name out.
Something boy.
Could be him, yeah. And then any of you been to a very nice restaurant in London that run called Darjeeling or something like that, Darjeeling Express? Anyway, I can't tell you who the guests are yet because people don't sign contracts.
So from those who I not know, Asma Khan from Darjeeling, she's also one of our Ramadan 10 projects for the environment as well.
But they haven't asked if to sign a contract, yes. But
we obviously can't tell us who's going to be there.
who's going to go?
No. Can you tell us what you might be cooking?
Well, well, the funny thing is, we've got to be able to cook something really quickly on the show. So it's probably going to be
Biryani.
Biryani type rice dish. We're probably going to have some kind of kebab kind of dish. And because we're very inclusive, we may even be having some vegetarian kind of food as well. I think what the idea is that celebrities, everybody, the guests are all going to be sitting around on tables eating and talking, and the guests will go around and ask them what does meat mean to them, and alongside the kind of theme of this year's Ramadan tent as well, they'll be talking about what it is that connects them to subject to me, but also to their fellow communities.
So I'm quite curious to get pretty shocked for you talking about that. What's your key tradition? I'm curious to know what everyone's key tradition is and your key tradition.
When I was,
As it is dark time.
well, when I was a young boy, I presume we would have Sydney, which shows we were not.
You know what Sadie are?
Then we know, if you're from Pakistan already, you'll know what Saviour is, but obviously if you're not from there, you will think that it's basically vermicelli and sugar and milk all cooked together, and it's delicious. But now that I'm a lot older and nobody will make it for me, I suppose like everybody, I will just I'll have a coffee. That's the thing. How many of you miss coffee during Ramadan? Yeah? So what's the first thing you do on Eid? Because the first thing I do on Eid is have coffee. Yeah? Who's looking forward to having coffee on Eid?
I'm looking forward to it. Only a few of them, surprisingly. Not that many. So who's looking forward to eating coffee, or who's actually still going to Ramadan with a caffeine? No, I think everyone's giving up happy for Ramadan.
So what's your favourite dish on Eid?
So we always have sevia and parathas. A good fry up, considering we didn't have enough fried food during Ramadan. Who knows what parathas are? Yeah, do we like parathas? Yeah, parathas, eggs with some Middle Eastern influence, probably some halloumi.
Over here we have a Turkish contingent. What will you be having on Eid? Is that rice, kebabs, salad? From Kurdistan. So what will you be eating then? They're debating what they're going to be eating.
Okay, so we have a strong Malaysian contingent here. Apologies, we have a strong Indonesian connection here. What sort of cuisine do you have on Eid? Beef rendang. Oh, beef rendang. Oh gosh, yeah, that's definitely a popular one.
I know what I'm going for Eid. Beef rendang, I'm in. Yes. Nasi goreng, all of those things. Yes, I'm in.
Right.
Yeah.
Anything else? We had to be from South Africa. What do you normally have for Eid? Are they still in?
I don't know if the South African is not to grace the mass, but if you're here, what do you think?
So they might be returning. So what else here do people have on for Eid? Beef brisket. That's an unusual one. That's from the young man there. Oh, look, he's giving us a wave. So are you having fun today? What's your name? Mikhail. Thank you so much for joining. So Mikhail, are you having fun? Yes, your first time? How old are you? He's 10. We're having a younger guest today.
Yeah, who's the youngest?
How old are you two?
7, and so your brother next to you. Oh, dear. 5, so 5 going on the stairs. Are you having fun? 9, sorry, are you having fun? Yeah?
Well, we've got the youngest guest. Who's the oldest guest? Who wants to admit, who thinks that they're the oldest person here today? Who's got the most wisdom?
We're going to put the answer now, Phil.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we have someone put their hands up. Speaking of which, first Jamal seems to be coming back from prayers, so shortly we'll be leading the second Jamal.
And then after the second part, with the food, after the talk,
We have some delicious food ready for you all today.
we're just waiting for the first demand to clear away, and it's very, very shortly it's going to be the second demand. So we're just waiting for that now. We're told we're about a minute or so away from that, so hopefully we'll be able to get you off today your slide very shortly.
And we have the open style frame being passed around, so make sure you take a picture, tag us, you put your hand up as well, and then we'll be passed to you as well. So we want you to take other on stage, we want you to take loads of pictures and share your experience, tag us on Instagram, tag us on TikTok, everything we can. So we can invite more people to join us next year and to share all the work we're on.
We've just been given the thumbs up for the first group, the thumbs of volunteers, which is this one here, fighting towards. So before the volunteers here, thank you.
We're going to be taking you section by section, so please just follow the volunteers and they will direct you.
Please keep going down. Follow the brothers and sisters in front of you, inshallah. Please follow the brothers and sisters in front of you. You know when you're clearly yeah, and you off. Oh, yeah. I just looked for a second before. No, actually, you got to right? What a good great. Really? That's not easy.
This is coffee up Jumbo. It's